What's up, nerds? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Forza Horizon 4, more wheel spin drift builds, and as you can see in a very stormy Fortune Island here, let's go to the top of the mountain. And, obviously, get started with this video. So, I decided for today's video is to try and see if I can bring the graphics quality even higher on the video. So, I've realized that even though my game was pretty much maxed out on Ultra, I realized there's like some settings that I could bring to extreme, so I brought all those up as well, so now the game is even better quality than it was before. Plus, for this video specifically, I'm rendering it at an even higher resolution, so for people that can actually watch this thing in 4K, watch it in 4K and let me know what it looks like, if it looks better or worse than before in the previous videos. If it's worth it, then I'll probably continue to do this. However, it's gonna take me, I know for a fact, before I even like release this video, I know for a fact this is gonna take me so long to actually render out as a video, and the video file is gonna be massive. Doesn't matter, I'm just gonna do it anyway. Also, if you guys are new to the channel, if you enjoy the content, please subscribe, helps me out a lot. Plus, I guess it helps you guys out to know whenever I'm uploading a brand new video to the channel, which is kind of cool. Anyway, let's just get started with this video. Wheel spin drift build. People don't know what's happening. Basically what I do is I go into, not into this, I'm just checking all these payouts, stuff, just get rid of all these notifications. I go into the wheel spins, I spin them, whatever car I get, I have to use to turn it into a drift car. However, whatever money I get from that same wheel spin, I usually do it with the super wheel spins because the cars are more interesting, but whatever money I get in that wheel spin, I will go ahead and use it as the budget for the build. If I get another car, I'll sell that, and then obviously I'll have the budget from selling that car as a wheel spin, or as a budget for the wheel spin car. If that makes sense. I don't know, it's confusing. You'll see what happens here. Also, usually the car that's furthest to the left is the one that I will pick for this. So, I know that for people that... Ooh! Okay, so we have a Nissan R390, pretty much an unlimited budget because it's 250 grand, which is in the middle. That is part of my budget, and then I have to sell the Chevy Camaro as well on the right, which will also be part of the budget. So, a Nissan R390 as a drift car. This is gonna be a bit stupid, first of all. That thing's literally made to be as fast as possible around the track. But, I mean, this is, I guess, what we have here. If I sell this, I get 365 grand. I'm not gonna sell it, obviously. So, I'm not gonna be using 250 grand. I don't know why I ended up spinning again. Z3 would have been kind of cool as well. Anyway, let's just, let's sell that. We'll just get out of the wheel spin. So, R390... Wait, what was it? 267,500 or something like that, right? Is that what it was? Was the Camaro 17,500? I don't know. It doesn't matter. We have about 250 grand to spend on the car, or on the build of this thing. Stock, however, I'm not sure this is gonna be a good car to drift stock. Like, as you can see, I already have one built. That's actually good for grip racing. It's actually very good for grip racing. But then we have this thing, which, right. 550 horsepower, it only weighs 1,000 kilos. It's mid-engine, it's rear-wheel drive. It's gonna be good to drive, but I don't know if it's gonna be good to drift. That's the main purpose of this car. It's to be fast around corners. This car definitely has that look, the same look that the Mercedes CLK GTR has. Same look as the 911 GT1. It's the same shape. Literally a race car for the road. That's what this is. I literally wanted to just, you know, get that car, have to make some street versions of that car to be able for them to actually put it in races. A homologation car pretty much is what this is. So they ended up producing this thing. It's actually not as bad as I thought it was going to be. There it is. There it is. I knew that steering angle is definitely going to catch up to me somehow. But there it goes. Yeah, I definitely think that this is in dire need of either drift suspension or all-wheel drive. I kind of want to keep this rear-wheel drive. I don't really want to go through the whole effort of changing it to all-wheel drive because I'll just be boring. So I kind of want to keep this as a rear-wheel drive, but I definitely need that drift suspension because this steering angle is horrific. However, I think if I don't have the steering angle option, or obviously the drift suspension option, which will increase my steering angle, I'm probably going to have to go with all-wheel drive. Because then I can't really just have the car just like this, because all I'm gonna do is just add more power to it, make it lighter, and then, you know, have it drive the exact same way. It's just it'll have more power, it'll be less weight. Because right now, it's not terrible. I can oversteer this massive, massive car. Like, I can stay and oversteer it a lot. It's just, I'm not gonna have a lot of angle. There it is, completely stock. 246,000 points. Don't really care about points, to be completely honest with you, but overall, driving-wise, yeah, like I said, this is definitely one of those cars that's supposed to be good around every corner, handling-wise. Like, supposed to grip and grip and grip. Again, this is the street version of the actual race car that's literally made to do that. So, even this thing, once you put a couple of wings on it and stuff like that, add a bit more downforce, this thing rips. It's so fast around corners. It's really, really good. Okay. I came to the festival because obviously we have to modify this thing. I have to do stuff to it. Is this the car, actually? I just remember now. Is this the car that you get the free... the free car? It is. There it is. You get a Forza Edition car out of this. I remember I made a video on this car a long time ago on how to get the Forza Edition of the R33 Skyline. Okay, cool. The Nismo Edition, pretty much. Right. Don't want to engine swap it. It's got 3.5 liter. Actually, I don't even know what engine's in this thing, to be completely honest. But we can put a GTR engine in it if I really want to. I'm kind of tempted, to be honest. I am kind of tempted, a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. We can have drift suspension. I love you, game, for that one. That's very good. As light as this already is, we're gonna get it to be even lighter than before. Jesus. As for aero, it's literally just Forza parts that we have in it. That's the only things that are available here. As for my tire compound system, keeping this as a rear-wheel drive. I'm gonna put a stupid amount of power in it. I think race tires will probably be the way to go for this thing. If I was to turn this thing into like a proper all-wheel drive point drifting car, it will be drag tires, but I think race tires will be okay here. I'll get these to be as wide as possible as well. 335s in the rear, Jesus. I don't know if the standard engine is going to be able to put out that much power. But yeah, as for wheels, I definitely don't like the wheels, the standard wheels that are on it now. Should we go with some nice classic Japanese wheels on this thing? Something that would suit it. Maybe some of these, some T37s. I feel like I don't really want to build this thing the same way that I built my other car. Which I'm pretty sure has T37s on it. I think I'll just put some work wheels on it. I kind of like the work wheels on it. Where are they? These ones. I think they look kind of decent. Or even these ones. Nah, these ones are nicer. I'll put these on. I'll keep them in silver as well. I'll keep the size as well the exact same as it is here. Yeah, let's just look at the grip. Yeah, okay, we'll leave that the way it is. There. Brakes and all that is pretty much done. Hello, I press right. Thank you. Drive shaft and racing diff. Again, nowhere near the budget limit. I'm just gonna have a look and see how much power this engine puts out here, and then I'll just engine swap it and then see what the GTR engine puts out. 1,049 horsepower. 1,071 makes 1,177 Newton meters of torque. Pretty ridiculous car. Pretty mad engine as well. Okay, put the GTR engine in it and let's see what this thing is like. Pretty much 1,000 horsepower and 1,100 horsepower in torque. Did I say horsepower in torque? Newton meters in torque. I don't know what I'm talking about, to be honest. Almost the same. I'm not entirely sure. I think this might be making a little bit more torque. I'll put the other engine on. I'll put the standard engine in it. I'll leave that alone. Even though I think the GTR engine just sounds nicer, in my opinion. But I will put this one on instead. The upgrading this engine is definitely bringing my launch up by a lot, which is weird because this thing is still... no, this one's better. This one is a little better. Okay, 913. And front to rear weight distribution is 42%. Okay. Okay. Well, that's it. We only spent about 65 grand. We still have so much more to spend. We have about 200 grand left to spend, which obviously I don't know, like, am I even ever going to use that? I'm going to stretch these gears out slightly because I don't think having super short gears like that is going to be nice. I'm going to leave this the way it is. The only thing I'm going to do is, obviously, you guessed it. There it is. Just going to do that. And visually, can we change anything on it? Is there any specific paints? There probably is, actually. The, yeah, I was about to say this thing only comes in one color, but I think for the designs, it probably do have the, there it is. This is what I was looking for, the calsonic design on it, which I'm kind of interested in. Well, I don't really know if I want to put it on, to be honest with you. I mean, this is still a street car, which I kind of want to keep as a street car, but there's the calsonic designs, which is pretty much what this car was rocking back in the day with the, with it being a race car. Okay, now it's nice and daytime as well. Nice and bright outside. This is nice. It's very quick. It's really fast, actually. It's really fast. Oh my god. That grip just hits different. All that power goes to the rear wheels. Like I said, it just hits different. Has a stupid amount of torque, which is great. Oh my god, it changes gears so quickly as well. This is really good setup. I need to change it so it handles a little better, but overall gear ratios and all that sort of stuff is good. You can definitely tell this thing has a dumb amount of grip with these race tires on it. Again, I'm trying to make this thing so it's like decent to drive. It's not necessarily just a point drifting car. I want to have it so it's good. It's very good as a drift car. But I don't want it to be for point drifting. That's why I didn't go full all-wheel drive, drag tires, all that stuff. So this is a lovely car to drive. As long as you control your throttle with this, I don't even know what I just said there. Throttle. As long as you control that thing when you're sliding, this thing will treat you right. It's nice. There it is. I wanted to see what my limit was. I just keep pushing it more and more. That's the limit to my steering there. Okay. I'm gonna mess with this thing with the camber toe and all that stuff, and then try to see if I can get this thing to drive a little better than what it already does, because it's already very good. Okay, let's try this again. We'll try downhill. I think the gear issues were fine, so I didn't touch those. Mostly tried to make it so that grip on the rear end is a little bit less. Plus, that's why my camera was different. I was like, that's why everything just looked a little different. This actually looks so much better with the higher graphics quality. Let me know if you guys can tell the difference. If you're watching it in 4K. Definitely let me know. So I want to know if there is much of a difference in what you guys are seeing. For me, like the rays of the sun and the reflections of everything just feels like a little better, which is technically what I've changed. There's a couple of options on the settings, like the visual settings, where I can change and like pretty much bring up to extreme, which is just a step higher over ultra graphics quality, which is technically the only things I've done to this, but yeah, it's it should be a little nicer. For me, I can tell it's a little bit nicer. Okay, I didn't fully spin out, but I did lose control. It's a very easy car to get used to. The MR setup is nice. It makes you feel nice and balanced. Even though I do like drifting FRs, MRs are nice from time to time. It just feel a lot faster. They just feel a lot faster going up and down the hill. Than your standard FRs. 423,000 points. Well, there you go. That's pretty much it. That is the then it's an R390 GT car, which is technically just a road car. Is it literally called a GT1? I see a badge on the back. It is called a GT1. So yeah, it's a mental car to slide around in. It's actually quite easy to get used to. Like I said, the whole MR setup on it, it feels a little weird to drive at first, but once you sort of get used to it a little bit more, it's really nice. It's really nice and easy to just get the hang of it and drive it. But yeah, this is the car for today's video. If you guys enjoyed this build and you want to see more videos like this on the channel of wheel spin drift builds, I will definitely try to do more because I really like the series, and I feel like a lot of people do as well. Some people have asked me to do like rally builds, like, you know, wheel spin rally builds or wheel spin drag builds. I'm not very good at building those type of cars. That's why drifting is kind of more popular on my channel, because I feel like I'm okay, or definitely above average at drifting in the game, and then obviously building drift cars in the game. So that's why I feel comfortable doing stuff like that. When I do drag builds and all that sort of stuff, I feel like I'm not very experienced at it. I kind of want to get into drag builds a little bit more, so probably in one of the future videos I'll definitely try to do some drag builds and all that sort of stuff. So I guess keep an eye out for that. I am taking your suggestions into account, definitely. But I just feel like I'm just more comfortable building drift cars or getting cars to slide, so that's why you guys are seeing wheel spin drift builds on this channel. Regardless, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see more videos like this on the channel, then of course please feel free to subscribe. Follow me on other social medias, links to those are down below as usual, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.